Okay, one little thing I'll just show you with the green ray quickly. We'll demonstrate this in the field in a bit. We can actually change the number of projectiles we fire off. We'll have 3 of them going in a 30 degrees arc with a little bit of angular noise, so it'll fire off 3 explosive bullets, all of which explode on impact. Something to look forwards to. Right, let's make a blue ray. Seems the next logical progression. And we're going to use a direct power here, which is, you know, there's no projectile, there's no beam, it's just an effect happens on your character, a visual effect happens on the target with nothing in between. In the assistant we'll drop back down to basic again, so we've got fewer things to wade through. So we'll make it a pale blue colour, works on enemies, it's instant. The command animation, he'll sort of fist pump the air, and we've got effects set up for that. What we'll do is we won't make it do any damage, we're going to make a new status effect here. Now, we haven't done this yet, we've been using the cloning tool in the character window. But what I'm going to do is go create RPGRules status mez. So, yep, we've created a little mez effect here, which we're going to call Blu-ray paralysis. Make it blue, electric. It's going to be of type hold, so it holds the target. Strength 100 just means it'll hold them normally without any resistance, so they can't move and can't attack. And for an effect, we're going to give it glow blue, which is one we've got. So the characters will actually glow blue and be unable to attack when this hits them. So with our blue ray, we just need to drag Blu-ray paralysis in there, go to rainbow guy, and drag the Blu-ray in here over the top of green ray bomb area, and see how this all works. So we've got our Blu-ray there. Notice by the way, the projectiles that can be fired off whenever you want, but the beams and the directs need a target. Got a target. Boom. He's now glowing blue and he can't attack us. He couldn't attack us anyway, so let's head over here where there's a gun robot who is going to attack us. So he's routed to the spot, but he's got bullets that he can fire. And if we fire the Blu-ray at him, he stops. And you can see he's got this red plus 100% route. That's not right. Let's have a quick look at that. The Blu-ray effect does hold, and we'll give it a... Oh, that was his routing thing. Yeah, we'll give it an icon. So when you're setting up a visual status effect, you want to give it a visual effect in game and also an icon to appear on the status bar. So let's just try that now. Yeah, that robot's got the red root symbol on him because he can't move. That's a permanent ability of his, if you like. So, took damage there. We'll root him with the blue paralysis ray. I think we missed there. And there we go. For the next 10 seconds, he's got 100% hold and can't attack us now. He's still swaying from side to side, though. So I'll just do a little detour and show you how to change that. This glow blue effect we've got references a glow blue prefab here, these 2 items. So we're going to duplicate both of them and then drag the duplicates into Rainbow Guy's folder where we can modify them. Alright, go to Rainbow Guy's folder. So we'll call this one glow blue ray, and this one we will call glow Blu-ray as well. One's a prefab, one's a visual effect, and we'll make sure the visual effect is referenced in this prefab here. So this is how visual effects all work. They have a little scriptable object with some settings on them, and then that references a prefab. This prefab here, usually they have particle systems. This one has a glow on it, which is a script that goes and changes the material properties of the character. And what we can do is we can add an animation freezer to that as well, which will actually stop the character's animator from progressing. Just sets its speed to 0, I think. Now we want to make sure the Blu-ray mez has got the glow blue ray visual effect on it. And now, when we go to that gun robot, we should be able to freeze him in his tracks without him moving at all. Let's just get his attention by setting him on fire, and there. You can see he's no longer moving at all. Its animator has frozen solid until the effect wears off, at which point he'll start moving again. Right. Do you remember I said it got 3 projectiles which will all do an explosive knockback? Here they are. Boom. And if I freeze him now, you can see it sort of stops in mid-motion there, as if time itself has stopped around him. Let's blow this guy away, freeze him. Ooh, can we freeze him while he's getting up? Oh, we missed. Try again. When I get my energy back, we'll fire off another explosive blast, and then we're out of energy. Oh, come on. How are we missing them? But you get the idea. There we go. Now he's frozen in mid sort of combat idle. And we can put him out of his misery. Old laser robot there. Yeah. So that's setting up a direct power with a custom visual effect there. Let's quickly go on to making an indigo ray. And for that we are going to take lunge as our key power. A straightforward lunge power, so it's a melee attack that moves us towards the target. And we're still in the right folder, clone lunge, and that gives us an indigo ray. Go to rainbow guy and add that to his list of things. Indigo ray, there we go, one more to go. So power move 2, we'll make it indigo, we'll make it mana coloured, does punch right, alternates animations, 5 to 10 damage, all the usual, and he's going to do the sprint animation and close to the target. So if we look at what that works like, boom. Yep, so I didn't move him there, I just pressed the 6 key and bam, he sprints to the target from wherever he is and punches them. If we don't have a target, it's a sort of dash move like that. Quite why it's making that smacky noise, I'm not sure. Yeah, so not bad. Rainbow Guy, however, doesn't really seem like a kind of, you know, brawler, exactly. So let's go to the assistant, go to intermediate level again, and that should open up some new interesting options for us. We can now make this teleport instead. We'll give it the punch right animation. So to do the teleport, we will play a little ripple effect that I quite like. The ripple effects where he leaves and when he enters, a little sort of space warp, grab past filter shader that I wrote on his chest. He'll do the punch left animation. Let's see how that looks now on the move 2 power. Select the robot. Boom. And yeah, teleports. You can keep teleporting around it, warp in space as he goes. If we don't have a target, once again, you just teleport around the map like that in a little dash. So that's sort of a nice addition to his arsenal there. There's that gun robot. Haha. Freeze you, and out of energy from teleporting around. God, I just want to fire off 3 fireballs anyway. Yep, so we've got the indigo ray there, is a power move 2 type of melee attack there, which was set up for teleportation. 1 to go. Let's make a violet ray. Go back to the character window. Still in rainbow guy, so we'll make a violet ray. And as any Amazon knows, the purple ray is a healing ray. So let's do a self. Do we have a self power in here? Oh, we've got a self toggle. That's a nice one. Yep. So we'll clone a self toggle. So toggle powers are ones where you turn them on and they keep running. Violet ray self toggle. Here we go. And that's made violet ray for us, which we will. It's not in its list. We better give it to Rainbow Guy. And we'll get this to do something beneficial to him while he's got the violet ray active. Right, so violet ray is currently doing this violet ray buff. Let's we'll go into buffs fully later on. We'll give this one the negative tint. Violet ray is going to have a negative tint also, and the buff icon. I think we can go back down to basic here, and we'll say there is one modifier. It's going to increase his damage by 50% to all damage types, all his powers. We should probably have a visual effect on that. Let's use that ring one we had earlier. Fade in ring, generic ring effects, that's it. And we'll get it to do a bit of healing as well. We'll say his health regen goes up by 100% when he's using the purple ray as well. So that's violet ray there, violet ray toggle, and that's been put into Rainbow Guy's list of things here. We can see the violet ray there, you know, and we can select it. We can select the buff that's using there. Maybe we want to give this a better name than violet ray self toggle buff. Let's call it, if we rename that Violet Aura. There we go. And if we play that in game, here we go. We've got a violet ray, and when we turn that on, we get the visual effect around us. And this buff here, we're recovering plus 100 hit points per second. Oh, I got that wrong, didn't I? Right, so we're going to be recovering half our health bar every second. Let's go and take some damage, just to prove that that's the case. Yep, so as soon as we take damage, we seem to heal pretty much instantly. I'll just correct that. That must be really expensive. Yep, 225 points. So health regen, we'll say health regen is at, we'll just make it 1 per second so we can see it. Plus 1 hit points per second. And we'll go and take some damage. Just going to stand in front of this, between the gun robot and the radiation robot. Yep, so down 5 hit points. Is this guy going to attack us as well? Yep. As soon as we turn the violet ray on, we'll start recovering hit points at the rate of 1 per second. We'll go and hide behind this rock to prove that it works. What the count get us? 76, 77, 78, 79, and so on. Yeah, and it should make us do more damage. There we go. Okay, so that's been a basic little tour of putting together some powers in the editor. Notice the toggle turns around like that. That reminds me of something. I want to go to the yellow ray, and we'll just give it a cooldown. Say we can only use that every 10 seconds. Yep, because I'm just trying to show here some of the basic things we've got with the power options. Yeah, so if we use the yellow ray now, you can see it's now cooling down over 10 seconds. The violet ray uses that outside thing to show that it's toggled on. So yeah, we've set up a variety of different powers there, with status effects, with some custom visual effects, and so on. That's sort of the basic, you know, backbone of RPG Rules. And there is heaps more stuff that we're going to go through in the following tutorials, because if you have a look at this, all these different types of powers we can set up here. different types of status effects there, which are very versatile. Some of them, you can do a lot of things there. And there are other things like power sets and so on that we're going to get into later. Yeah, so that's it for now. That's the basics of characters and powers done.